So what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to do the tilt shift effect in post-production for free using Davinci Resolve. Now there's also a paid version of Davinci Resolve called Davinci Resolve Studio. And you can do this in Davinci Resolve Studio very easily, almost automatically. So you should have just saw a video that shows off what tilt shift is. And this is a video I took with the Mavic Mini in my neighborhood, just flying around. When I took it, I didn't intend on doing tilt shift. It was just video. I was playing around and trying to practice technique. So the way you want to do tilt shift is you do want to do it at a certain angle. You can see, so this is a good angle. Now let's pull up an angle that doesn't exactly work right here. So I took this with a Mavic 2 Pro and we've tried to tilt shift this, but it doesn't give the desired effect. And that's because you need to do certain things in order to get the desired effect. Here's another video. Now I'm gonna run this first without the tilt shift. Doesn't look like anything. It just looks like some random video, which it is. So let's turn the tilt shift back on and run that again. So you can see now, because everything's blurred in the foreground and the background, and the middle ground is the only thing in focus, it gives you this miniaturization effect. It's a macro effect, basically. So it looks the same way it would look as if we were to put something really close to our eye and focus just on it. So you see, though, that's all this effect does, is it blurs the foreground and the background and gives you this miniaturization effect. So how do you do that? Now in Davinci Resolve, which this is Studio, you have a tilt shift blur option under Resolve FX Stylize here in the color tab. So we dropped it on this one, easy peasy, right? So if you have Davinci Resolve Studio, it's very easy to do. You just have to make sure you're kind of at like a 45-degree angle looking down at your subject. So if you don't have Resolve Studio and you want to get this effect, you have to do it manually. So what I'm going to do, so this isn't automatic, this one was done automatically. This one was done manually. So let me show you how to do that manually. So we'll go over to the color tab, right? And we're going to go to our library and look for Gaussian blur. Lens blur would probably be better, but lens blur doesn't work in the normal version of Resolve. You need the studio version to do lens blur, but you can do Gaussian blur. So let's just go ahead and reset the whole node. So there's the node reset to back to the original. We're going to drop Gaussian blur on there, right here, to this window tab, this one right here. We're going to select this square. Now that drops a square in the middle of the screen. Now we'll stretch those sides all the way out to the side. Nope, that one. Grab that side, stretch it out to that side. And then right down here, you're going to invert it. And now you can see that's kind of blurred, the top and bottom, the foreground and the background. Now you can also see there's a very delineated line there on the top and bottom, so we want to kind of smooth that out by just taking this right here and pushing it up and down, and that's going to really feather out. And every picture is going to be different, so it depends on what do you want to be in focus. What are you trying to apply this effect to? See, like right now we kind of lost the effect when it went above the horizon there, so we need to kind of bring it down if we want to keep the whole effect through the entire video run. So we're bringing that down. Let's see, it does a better job. Also, the Gaussian blur effect is a little intense right now. We'll want to drop that down some. but it's pretty easy to do. Anybody can do it. So we'll drop the Gaussian blur down a little bit, and that kind of, you know, feathered out the effect a little bit better. And yeah, this is a free Davinci Resolve. You can get the studio version for $299, which is a lot better than getting Premiere, because Premiere you can't just buy outright. At least with this tool you can buy outright, and they're going to keep updating it. Anyways, if you like this tutorial, let me know in the comments. If you didn't like the tutorial, also let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'm thinking about doing more DaVinci tutorials. This is my first tutorial, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.